Good morning. I'm a day late, but I do want to welcome you to week two. We're going to take a stroll through Moodle and then just talk a little bit about week one as far as a recap goes. So, really excited to see your project proposals. A lot of you put, just good work into that foundation and building that foundation. And I think that will pay off because it will help you in all of the other templates as your project comes together through all of these initiating and defining and monitoring phases. So for week one, you turned in a stakeholder analysis and also a project initiation. Project initiation is the one that I give primarily the feedback on because it's something that will set the tone for week two with your scope of work. But you guys did an incredible job also on forms 1.1 and 1.2. Just had a little bit of grace on everybody so that you could kind of get situated in the front-loaded course and kind of get on track for week two. So as we look at week two, we are still in the initiating and defining phase, and you will see that we talk about this in this 12-minute video. I also talk about the statement of work and the project charter templates, and those are the two templates that you'll be turning in. You'll have a choice between the charter and something else. I'll go through that in just a second here. So we're going to read Haas, and one of your forms is based on Haas, and then you're going to read Chapter 6 of the Fast Forward MBA in Project Management, and then you'll keep reading 7 through 12 of the critical chain. Now this is a lynda.com that I will reconnect to the LinkedIn. Some of those originally were not switched over, and so I will get that switched over. And then you'll watch kind of these, how teams differ, how emotions differ across cultures, and it just gives you a little bit of a feel for what your teams look like when you're working across cultures, across borders, maybe across the globe. And that'll kind of play into your learning this week and also with your CQ assessment. So what we're going to do here is you're going to build, you'll do your quiz, you'll complete, form 2.1, 2.2, your quiz, and then your two templates. And then also in week three, your cultural and global effects paper is due. And that's where you'll use a lot of this information that you've read as well as adding some sources. So let's just go ahead and click into form 2.1. We'll take a quick peek at this. This one is going to be about the selection and critical chain book. This is going to be your feedback as you move through that fictional book as far as trying to apply critical chain, what that means, trying to help you in a storyline to understand that. And then also in 2.2, this is going to be based on the Haas reading. What aspects of complex project management do you think might be helpful in effectively working in diverse settings? So we're going to be talking about this cultural piece. And I just said, and I apologize for the error, I just said that you have a CQ assessment and that you do not do that in this course. So that is my mistake. You're probably looking in your syllabus wondering where that's at. So my sincere apologies. So then let's go into the template and look at the PM templates. You'll get to choose of whether you want to do the project charter or the responsibility matrix. I'm not going to go into those because I do that in the 12-minute video. And then also with your scope of work, you'll use the statement of work to build your scope. And the video, again, it goes into complete detail about both of these knowledge areas or your project phases and talks about each one of them in depth. So the focus for this week is really looking at diverse settings and how do we operate our projects across these differences in our workforce. There's another class that I'm teaching right now that talks about diversity in the workforce and inclusion. And so you may have project teams that are working in different time zones. They might be in a different state or country. And you're going to find how each of them share emotions differently. The reason this is important is you might be sitting there and talking to your project group and wondering why one of the participants is not really contributing. But some of it may be how their culture handles group settings. Maybe they don't want to interrupt because they're trying to be respectful. Maybe they're more introverted. Maybe they wait to hear everybody's ideas and then try to see what the collective solution is. So being able to understand where your team members are coming from and how they might function differently cognitively, culturally, makes you a better project manager. So I look forward to kind of engaging you this week with your forums. I'll step into the forums and kind of contribute to the conversation, and I look forward to seeing your templates. Have a great week and reach out to me if you have any questions at all. I'm always here via text, email, or I can give you a call on the telephone, or we can even use a Zoom or Google Hangout. Have a great week.